Well, we're back at fabulous Southfield. I ain't drawn very well again. But anyway, that's how it goes. So, I've drawn 29. If you remember, first match, it's a Springley, fourth match of Springley. I was down there 27, I think I was first match, 26 last week, and didn't make it. Although this is probably the best pegging section. Don't mess with this lad, Alan Taylor. Never mess with this lad, I'll tell you. Oh, they all come down when I get camera out, don't they? Unbelievable. Best window cleaner in Barnsley. Well, best looking, best angler. Is he out your bad at? Is he out your bad at? Well, absolutely, yeah. So, yeah. Well, yeah. You'd have a spare peg then, wouldn't you? Have you? So yeah. So anyway, so we're here. Anyway, that's what it is. Now I came down on fish peg 14 on Friday and did a feature for Nitro, which you'll see on their website, and it was like I've got to breathe every chucking. Pleasure fishing this place is just unbelievable. And apparently there were a club match in Woods yesterday, £50 at lowest weight, so it looks like the big uns are feeding and they've come in. So, but I need 3 section wins to get it money, and I've had a second, a third and a last. I'm a Wednesday man at the moment, seem to do alright on a Wednesday, and on a Sunday I can't do any good, but we'll see. End of the day, we're not going to get it money here, so we're just fishing for his 5 pegs, which I am the end peg, and it goes that way for more anglers. So, and that's why I'm going to sit that way. You might think, oh, you always sit that way to your right, so why are you fishing to your left? So I can see my section, basically, and I can see all anglers that way and what they're catching, because it don't matter what happens that way really, it's what happens that way. But it's flat calm, as you can see, as normal for a match on here. It's freezing, blowing a gale, but instead of having a southwest wind which comes from that direction, they thought they'd really knacker us up and send it northwest, which is even colder. So smashing. Well, you drawn, Al? 35, old 44, that's alright. Top of the steps. Yeah, well them's usually alright, them at 40s. I never see them pegs. So it's what it is. I've got photos on them, that's how good they are, I never see them. What have we got set up? Well, I've got 3 rods set up. I've got 2 12-foot all-rounders, marvellous, 5,000 reels. Marvellous 11 all-round with 4,000 reels. You might say, where have I got 2 12? Well, that's my feeding rod today, because I'm going to feed 2 lines, one at 14, one at 28, and my far line at 50, and I'm using that one as a feeding rod. And everything, look at that little beauty there. If you haven't got one of them, go get one of them. I'm telling you, they are awesome. Rod rest set up that way, and wind's coming from right to left, so landing at older, everything's there. Worms, pinkies, maggots, straightforward. It's casters, it's no pellet bait, so everything's straightforward. So basically I'm fishing this way so I can see the anglers in my section and what's going off, and also that wind's coming that way and it's cold, so I thought I don't fancy fishing into my face, although it don't bother me most times, but it'll not make any difference today. And that's about it really. It's you know procedure now, what happens here. If I get £10 I'll be in top 2, I think, and out above that I have a chance of winning section. But in section there's nothing wrong with peg, but that's all we're fishing for, because them woods are going to be dominated I think today. I think they'll be top 5, and then we're just fishing for section, so we'll see how we go, I'll let you know. Well, that's the end of round 4, and I've not had a bad day. I've got 10 fish. I reckon I've got £24, and I think I won my section. And Nick's got some 2 down, he's got about 8 I think. But I'm not sure about Captain Parko, and I ain't seen him get one, to be honest, so I think I've got half a chance to win it section. And started at 51, and I've had I got 4 after an hour and a half for like £7, and I stopped catching, which is normal. And then the lad at the side of me, he got one at 30 metres. Then Nick got one at 30 metres, so I picked the 30 metre line out, went out, didn't get one first chuck, second chuck got one, Nick got another one, and then I got another one. So I got 6 for ages, and then Nick got a couple again, and they were like neck and neck, and then we're about an hour to go. I went back long, to be honest with you, on the caught note, and so just to rest that 30 metre line, went back on it, didn't get one first choke, second choke, got one £3, chucked back in, it hit bottom, went straight around, got one £4, chucked it back in, hit bottom, went around, got one £1, and then 3 chucks later, we're about 25 minutes so it's gone, and I've had a great big and £4 and not had another bite, so I've got 10 fish. I think of £24. I think that's enough to win section, but I'll let you know. Maggot to start, caught better on maggot to start. I couldn't get a bite on worm, caught him on maggot, and then later I've caught him on worm. So I ain't got a clue. All I know is I think I'm all right, because I think unless Nick's a bigger fish than I can see, I think he'll have 18 and I'll have about 22, 23, 24, something like that. So I can't really grumble. Oh well, let's get wrapped up and I'll let you know how I've gone on. Well, just got back from Southfield and I won my little section. Oh wow, that were close. I weighed 10 fish for 23.9, and Nick had 23.4, 2 down from me. I thought he had another fish more than I thought when I got that last, and I thought that were difference. It were a big one. And crikey, I needed it. I thought it were close, but I thought there were that last fish made a difference, but it didn't. He were obviously £4 in front of me, but some of his fish were really big, really big. So anyway, I've just got results in, and I finished 5th at match, and won my section. So I can't really grumble really with that. I'd have took that, because Woods haven't fished that well. There's been a 31, first 4 front Woods. Now we're top weight on East Bank. So I wanted a couple more pulls, and you know, it could have won match up. Probably fish got hammered yesterday with that club match, because I reckon there were some right weights. So, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to win my section just to get back into the league, really. So I've got now 1 or 2 or 3 and a last. And last week I was last, and how stupid is that? I've had winning one side, a second other section, and I didn't catch. Well, I had that one, and one got out of my net. So I can't grumble over where fish were really. But I've drawn 3 times out of 4 in that section, in that little section. Then it hasn't been right good, but there was some fish there today. So I can't grumble. I'm happy with that. With Woods being in, you know, if you're gonna do well, it's got to fish low. And I think Mick Axon's won it with £31, so well done, pal. I think Roger Edmund was second again. They've been next peg, so I think 9 and 10. So a lot of fish have been up that end in Woods, to be honest with you, from like 6 to 10. It seems been better. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, so yeah, so I can't grumble really. It's quite weird in the fact that everybody I speak to are catching more fish on maggots and not so many on worms. I've had 6 on maggot, my early fish, and then later on I've caught 4 on worms. But I couldn't get one on worm before last hour. Couldn't catch one. It's quite weird. And when you talk to different people, they're all saying that you know, they're catching on maggots more than worms. So, but does it matter? I don't think it does. You know, any day like it's about catching. So I've had 6 on my long line, and I've had 4 on that 30 metre. I really wanted to chuck on my 14 metre line, but I daren't, because the fish where I could see who seemed to be on the 30 metre line, and I knew it was close between me and Nick. And then when I got that last one, I thought, well, I'll definitely get another pull. But he hadn't had a pull in the last 40 minutes. So he's going to say that cost him as well. So, and I hadn't had one in the last half an hour, which you'd expect to get at least 1 pull at that time of the day, whether the fish had come in and we hadn't chucked on that line. But it's, you know, it's just what it is, isn't it? Just one of them things. So can't grumble. You know, it were about winning my section today, and that's what I've done. The fact I finished it first 5 as well is a little bonus.
So yeah, so I'm really happy with that. I've learned a couple of things, and I've just tweaked my ground bait a little bit, and I must admit the mix I've got at the moment is as good as what I've ever used on there. It's a cracker, and I used it on Friday, and I'm really chuffed with that, I must admit. And the fact the fish have come onto it today in a match when every peg's in has I think's made a difference. So I'm quite happy with that. So yeah, let's see. So we're going to have a little Chinese because I've got a few quid to come. It won't be a big Chinese. No, we won't get no spare ribs and like that. So it's just be a main meal, but can't grumble. I took that start at match.